Our low temperatures are expected to be near the freezing point tonight, but we're still at the beginning of winter and many cold nights are ahead of us. And it's hard to imagine living outside in these conditions. Unfortunately, 2 homeless people died while trying to stay warm because of these cold temperatures. WTVA's Jake White drove around Tupelo speaking to organizations that provide a warm place to stay and a hot meal.
That's right, I'm live right now outside of the Salvation Army. If you want to take a look over there, people are getting ready to get into those warming stations. It's about 6:02 p.m. right now, and it's already hitting 43 degrees. That's according to the weather app on my phone. Of course, while these people are out here taking advantage of the warm inside of the Salvation Army and other facilities, some people are not. Here's why.
I know it varies from person to person.
Rhonda Holmes tells me that she's a part of the homeless community. She says she slept behind the Lee County Library and at the Tupelo Farmers Depot within the last week.
I've been staying at the library, behind the library, and I wish I had been there, not before last. When the storm came in, I was at the farmers market, and my blankets are soaking wet. I had a tarp and everything. But I stayed in a hotel last night.
She also slept at the Salvation Army's cold weather shelter, but there are several who refuse the help.
They want to go by their own rules. They can't go to this shelter. They don't have to. There's motherfuckers drinking and stuff. They can't do that down there. That's the reason why they stay out there in the cold.
I've been looking through this camp all morning and no signs of anybody, but I do want to show you this. A portable burner that they're using to keep warm on these freezing nights that are only going to get colder. However, these portable burners can turn dangerous in just a matter of seconds. This is where that deadly fire happened on Saturday. Now, out of respect for the people who passed away in the investigation, this is as close as I'm going to be getting, but I want you to look back here. You can see melted tarp. You can see they still have bikes back here. They even have bottles of water, but more than that, you can still smell that smoke. This is the homeless camp behind the neighborhood Walmart and the Salvation Army. But just a year later, it's been cleared by the city. I spoke with someone who works at the Salvation Army, and he says this just moves the camps to another part of the city.
But a lot of people have been banned from there and or run off the premises for whatever reason.
There's absolutely no one who will be turned away from being able to seek shelter in the cold weather shelter, whether they've been banned from property in the past or not. We offer that service to everybody.
The Salvation Army is just one of a couple organizations I visited that help the homeless when temperatures dip below freezing.
It's a ministry where we don't ask questions. You don't necessarily have to be homeless. Maybe you're just hungry. Maybe you're passing through. Maybe you're having some trouble making ends meet at the end of the month or the middle of the month.
David Simmons is a volunteer at All Saints Episcopal Church in the downtown area. All Saints Brew serves breakfast every weekday morning. They've done away with COVID regulations and are now allowing people to sit inside and have a warm breakfast.
We cannot be everything for everybody, and so if someone else were to open a shelter for cold weather nights, Salvation Army would support that. We support community helping community.
That deadly fire is still under investigation. However, the Tupelo fire chief tells me that he thinks that it was 2 homeless people trying to stay warm. Of course, the Salvation Army told me they're not trying to force anyone to come here. They just want you to know that you have a place to go if you're warm. I also want to add this in here and not take up too much time. The spirits that I've seen today from these people, they don't have much, but the positiveness that's coming from them is something that is so inspiring, and it's something that's not only inspired me, should inspire you. Live here in Tupelo, Jake White, WTVA 9 News.